in our preparation for this game, watching Austin Peay on film, I told their staff and I told their players afterwards they got a chance to have a hell of a year. They didn't play well in their first game against NC State, but they played tremendously well and very, very hard in their game against Purdue. And if Purdue doesn't have Eddie inside, or Edie, however he says his name, the 7-foot Edie, the 7'4" guy, Austin Peay takes that game down to the wire. That kid went 13 for 14 from the field because no one has an answer for him. They obviously shot the ball extremely well in the first 10, 11 minutes of the game, because I didn't think we had that many defensive breakdowns. We gave a guy who hasn't shot the ball very well some open ones. You can't do that. No one can get an open one. But they executed well, and we didn't move the ball as well as we wanted to on offense. Went to the zone. Obviously, that was effective. Maybe more so because not only stops, but when we're in our 3-2 zone, we can really get out and run because the guards are already on the perimeter. So I thought our guys responded well to that and obviously battled back. We just didn't make the winning plays down the stretch that you need to make. And turnover, shot around the rim, kind of unrhythm shot on one. And then we gave up, we stayed in the zone, gave up the 2 threes, one in the corner and one at the top. And we went man-to-man and got a really good stop and gave us an opportunity to tie or win the game. So disappointing in that. And we just got to keep grinding it out because there was some offensive possessions that I thought were very, very good, both in the first half and the second half. And we just got to keep getting better. A little disappointed in our rebounding. We're not rebounding the ball as well as I would like right now. And if we can tighten that up a little bit, especially on the defensive end, then it gives us an opportunity to get out and run.
Coach, can you walk us through that final possession, what you were trying to get?
Yeah, I just thought we got the ball. There was 10 seconds left when we got the ball. They're kind of in a scramble because it was kind of a weird offensive possession for them. They didn't have their court as balanced as normal transition defense. Ball's in Tyler's hands. He's made good plays throughout the game. We got really good spacing. So I decided not to use a timeout. Tyler's a 5th-year senior. Chap's a 4th-year senior. Russell's 4th year. Sam's 3rd year. Selton Miguel's 3rd year. You got to, just trust them. And we got a good look. We just shot a little too fast. There was plenty of time. You know what I mean? And we got a good back cut as they Tyler did a good job of probing and gutting the defense. 2 guys converged. Chap did a good job of the corner cut. And, relatively a shot at the rim. So I thought just maybe a couple of the possessions before that we weren't as in sync as we need to be, and you got to get back into practice. You got to get back to competing every day, and continue to improve.
Last 2 games, found yourself down double figures in the first half. Obviously the 24-0 run that they go on in this one. Just what do you have to do to maybe start a little bit faster, not have to chase some of these? Yeah,
and some of it not really even to start, because at the first time out, I think it's 8-6. You know what I mean? The last game was probably about the same, because we started out, we made the 3. This game, we make the first score on the first possession. You can't be down 15 in the first half or 21 in the first half and expect to win a lot of games, To our guys' credit, they continued to battle and so forth. Stayed really positive. Guys were great on the bench today. Again, there's a comfort level of what we're trying to get done, and I think the guys are growing in that. And when they do that, then they can just go out there and compete, as opposed to thinking about, okay, what do we need to get done? And we're getting closer to that. I thought Selton Miguel today was tremendous. Thought it was his best all-around game since he's been here. Got to cut down on the turnovers a little bit. His decision-making is critical for us, is critical for us. And you can see where he can really impact the game in a lot of different ways. So that was obviously a positive. I thought we got a solid game from Sam Hines again. Russell's starting to get a little bit of a feel back. I think he's 11 to 16 in the last 2 games. So it's trending the right way. You got to, you're playing teams, like I said, the 3 other losses we have, none of those teams have lost yet. You know what I mean? So we upped the schedule a little bit, or a lot of bit, and we need to respond now.
You mentioned switching to the zone defense and that the guys were good on the bench today, but when you were down 27-6 and you called that timeout, can you talk about that huddle? Because coming out of that, you outscored them like 24-5.
Yeah. It just, just talked about what we need to do in the zone. And then on offense, they just told them we got to get the ball side to side. You know what I mean? Because then we can drive or feed the post or get it one more reverse. And then the one thing that we got is we got second drives. We didn't settle on the first drive, that kick out for just taking that shot. We got a second drive. And the more times you can get it reverse and make the defense shift, the better off we're going to be. The other thing it does open up is offensive rebounding. So, I thought in that stretch where we were really good offensively, the zone helped because we got some transition baskets. But our ball movement, again, like I mentioned regarding the game on Monday, our ball movement is getting much better. You know what I mean? It's getting much better. Tough call on a really good executed play where Russ got the layup. You know what I mean? That was critical. That was a critical play. So just something that we have to. He's going to have that position, so I got to watch it. Just let the ball come to you. Let the ball come to you, and we'll get better in that area too.
Will Keyshawn be available Monday?
Still yet to be determined. We gotta wait on some things. Hasn't been under the weather. Hasn't been feeling well. So we just gotta see where we're at. He just tried to go a little bit yesterday and just didn't have it.
Coach, how do you think the loss of Keyshawn affected tonight's game plan?
Well, to be honest, I mean, it affects our team because he's, one of our better players and has great experience as a player. Maybe a little bit on the offensive glass because he's our best offensive rebounder from the perimeter. Obviously on the break, he's dynamic in the open court. And he's been shooting the ball well. He's 4 for 10 from the 3 right now because he's put in a lot of time to get better in that area. But I thought our guys responded well to not having him out there, and he was great on the bench. So we got to, see what the next step is.